My name is Adrian, and I've spent my life thinking I could have it all. A wife who adored me, a daughter who trusted me, a life that seemed perfect. But all it took was one decision, one moment of weakness, to destroy it. I woke this morning to silence, the kind of silence that isn't peaceful but suffocating. The kind that fills every corner of the house and whispers, "You are alone now." I glanced at the bedroom where my wife, Miranda, had once smiled at me every morning. Now it was empty, cold, and untouched. And my daughter, Isla, didn't run down the stairs to hug me, didn't ask me questions about her day. She was distant, angry, and I had no one to blame but myself. The choices I made for desire, for a fleeting connection with Vivienne, my old flame who had a husband of her own, had shattered everything. And the weight of that realization crushed me before I even got out of bed. Vivienne had always been a memory I tried to bury. A spark from my past that seemed harmless. But memories have a way of coming back when you least expect them. It started with a message, casual, seemingly innocent. "Hey, long time no see, want to catch up?" I told myself it was nothing. I told myself I could control it. I told myself my family would never know. But desire doesn't wait politely. It presses, it lingers, it grows. And soon, I found myself craving something I shouldn't have, feeling alive in ways I hadn't felt in years, at the expense of the people I loved most. I remember the exact moment I knew there was no turning back. We met in a small cafe, private, hidden, yet everything about it screamed danger. Vivienne smiled. Her eyes had that same mischievous glint from years ago. And I forgot. I forgot my promises, my daughter's trust, my wife's love. One touch, one whisper, one stolen hour, and everything changed. I tried to tell myself it was temporary, that it wouldn't matter, that it was just a fling. But lies have weight, secrets have gravity. And mine began pulling my life apart faster than I could comprehend. I should have expected it. I should have known that the truth has a way of revealing itself. The moment I saw Miranda's eyes, sharp, aching, full of disbelief, I felt a dagger pierce my chest. And Isla's face, my little girl, standing there, trying to process a reality too cruel for her age. "How could you do this to us, Dad?" I had no answer. I opened my mouth and only guilt poured out. Every excuse sounded hollow, every apology meaningless. I had been caught, and now I had to live with the consequences, fully aware that I had destroyed the people I loved most. Now I sit alone in the house that was once full of life. Vivienne has left, carrying her own regrets. Miranda has retreated, broken and silent. Isla refuses to speak to me, her eyes a mix of pain and anger I will never forget. I am left with nothing but my thoughts, my memories, my guilt. Every laugh I had enjoyed with my family, every hug I took for granted, every smile I ignored, they are all tainted now. I made choices for passion, for desire, for selfishness. And I am paying the price in the only currency that matters, the complete, unbearable loneliness of a man who has lost everything he ever loved. The days after Miranda discovered everything were unbearable. She didn't yell, she didn't scream. She just stopped speaking, stopped looking at me, stopped letting me into her life. Even Isla, my daughter, avoided me. Her small eyes held a storm of disappointment and anger that I couldn't erase. The house was no longer a home. Every room reminded me of the moments I had ruined, of the trust I had betrayed. I tried to apologize, to explain, to beg, but no words could bridge the chasm I had created. I realized then that some bridges, once burned, can never be rebuilt. Vivienne left soon after. Her husband, Gareth, had discovered our affair, and their world imploded just as mine had. She didn't cry when she left. She looked at me with the weight of our choices written in her eyes. "You wanted this, you have it, live with it." And just like that, she was gone. I was left in a hollow house, stripped of all my illusions, facing the full scope of my betrayal. For the first time, I understood what total isolation felt like, to have everyone you once loved walk away, leaving only the echoes of your mistakes. Miranda's health seemed to fade with the weight of heartbreak. I watched her retreat into herself, no longer the vibrant, caring woman I had married. And Isla, she stopped asking questions. She stopped laughing. Her innocence was gone, stolen by my selfishness. Every night I would sit in the dark, replaying the moments I could have done differently. One touch, one lie, one choice had erased years of love and trust. I realized too late that desire is fleeting, but the consequences last forever. I tried to reach out to Isla, to explain, to ask for forgiveness. She looked at me with eyes that seemed far older than her 18 years, filled with disappointment, anger, and grief. How could you do this to Mom, to us? I couldn't answer. I could only stand there, ashamed, feeling the weight of every broken promise. She turned away, leaving me alone, and I knew some wounds I would never heal. The man she had once looked up to, her hero, was now a stranger. A stranger who had destroyed the world she had trusted. I tried to sleep, but sleep wouldn't come. The house was silent, but my mind was loud.
If this story hits you, you can support the channel with a quick hype.
Every laugh, every hug, every "I love you," every moment I had taken for granted haunted me. I sat in the kitchen, staring at the empty chairs across the table, imagining the warmth that had once been there. And I realized that I had traded everything for a moment of fleeting desire, leaving me with nothing but regret. The loneliness settled in like a cold, relentless tide. And I knew that from this point forward there would be no forgiveness, no comfort, no second chances. Just the unbearable weight of knowing that I had destroyed the people I loved most in the world. The days blended into one another, each heavier than the last. I would wake up and the house was empty. No laughter, no greetings, no warmth, just silence, my punishment. I tried to reach out to Miranda, to Isla, but every word fell flat. The hurt I had caused had grown roots too deep to pull out. Even when I sat at the kitchen table, I could feel the weight of my own failure pressing down on me, like gravity itself wanted to punish me for my sins. I realized that regret is not just a feeling, it's a living presence, following you, haunting every breath, every glance, every heartbeat. Vivienne was gone, and with her, the thrill that had blinded me. My family was gone too, emotionally, if not physically. I wandered through rooms I once loved, staring at walls that had known joy, only to see them now as witnesses to my crimes. Every object, every photo, every echo reminded me of what I had lost. The bed that once held shared warmth now seemed like a tombstone. The chairs at the dining table were empty, mocking me with their silence. And I understood, fully, the true meaning of isolation. Not being physically alone, but being disconnected from everyone you care about, knowing that your choices made it permanent. Miranda didn't need to say a word. I could see her suffering in every glance, every sigh, every tear she tried to hide. Isla, my daughter, no longer trusted me. Her eyes held the weight of betrayal, and I could feel her anger burning through me like fire. I wanted to fix it, I wanted to apologize, I wanted to turn back time. But time is cruel, and choices are irreversible. I had become a stranger to the people I loved most. A stranger who destroyed everything he touched. I couldn't sleep. The nights were the worst, dark, endless, and filled with the echoes of my own guilt. I would sit on the edge of my bed, staring at the floor, imagining Miranda and Isla safe and happy without me. The fantasy was unbearable because it reminded me that I had no place in their happiness. I had chosen desire over love, lust over loyalty, and the price was this unending loneliness. Every heartbeat felt like a hammer striking my chest, reminding me that I had done this to myself. And there was no one to blame but Adrian, the man who had once thought he could have it all. I had thought the consequences would be temporary, a punishment I could escape. I was wrong. Weeks passed, and the emptiness became my companion. The once vibrant life I had led now felt like a distant memory, a story belonging to someone else. Miranda's absence, Isla's coldness, the knowledge that I had irreparably broken their trust, it was relentless. I had traded love and family for fleeting desire, and the cost was my entire world. And in that moment, I understood what it meant to truly lose everything. To be alone, completely alone, and to know that the person responsible was me. It was a quiet evening when Miranda finally spoke. Her voice was soft, but it carried the weight of everything I had destroyed. "Adrian, I can't do this anymore. Isla and I, we need to leave." No pleading, no begging could stop her. I tried to say something, but my voice failed me. All I could do was watch as they packed their bags, their eyes filled with sorrow and anger, and leave me behind. I realized then that some doors once closed never reopen. Some mistakes are permanent, and some punishments are deserved. The house was silent. Every corner reminded me of what I had lost: photos of Isla's birthdays, Miranda's laughter, the warmth of family dinners. I would walk through the rooms, reaching for memories, but they slipped through my fingers like sand. I had created a world of my own regret, and there was no one left to share it with. Even the walls seemed to mock me, reminding me that Adrian, the man I once was, had died the day I chose desire over love. Sleep became impossible. Each night I would lie awake, haunted by the echoes of their voices, the images of their pain, and the knowledge that I had caused it all. I replayed moments over and over, the first message, the first touch, the first betrayal. And each time the guilt became heavier, pressing down on me like a weight I could never lift. I understood finally, desire is fleeting, but regret is eternal. I stared in the mirror, trying to find the man I had once been. But all I saw was someone broken, empty, and unrecognizable. I had destroyed love, trust, family, and happiness. I had left scars where smiles once lived, tears where laughter should have been. And in that reflection, I saw the only person I could blame, Adrian, the man who thought he could have it all and lost everything. Days, weeks, months, the calendar meant nothing. I lived in a world without warmth, without forgiveness, without love. The walls echoed my own sorrow, the silence became my only companion. I would sometimes imagine Miranda and Isla happy, free from my mistakes, and the pain would strike like lightning through my chest. I had everything: a family, love, trust, and I threw it away. And now, all that remained was loneliness, remorse, and the cruel realization that some choices cannot be undone. I am Adrian. I am alone, and I will remain so, carrying the unbearable weight of my betrayal for the rest of my life.
If you've ever felt this kind of pain, don't walk through it alone. Hit subscribe and stay with us. More real stories are coming.